Hey Kate, how much do you love tabletop RPGs?
Man, rolling dice is pretty well the best thing in the world. Half gnome, dragonkin, clerics of the elder thing in light armor. Really gets you going.
Listen, I hear ya. I like Crips and Krakens as much as the next nerd, but have you ever wanted to try something new?
Of course, but they can get really pricey. And I hate it. I get all awkward trying to return things I don't like.
That's the problem. We're a bunch of broke AF millennials just trying to pay the rent. How are we supposed to play all these different games?
There has to be a better way.
There isn't, but I have the next best thing.
I'm not sure grand larceny of tabletop games is really as lucrative as you may think.
You're probably right, but what if you could listen to 2 to 4 people with varying levels of experience playing through quick start scenarios of different TTRPGs, showing the key mechanics, and then reviewing to help you decide if you should buy or not?
If it was anyone else, I'd probably turn it off. But since it's us, I'll definitely subscribe.
Neato! Well, see, my only worry is that staying awake that long can be a bit of a challenge.
Have you tried coffee?
I forgot about coffee!
I sure didn't. There isn't much that goes with caverns and kobolds better than dirty bean water. What if we drank our favorite coffees and give people recommendations for those too?
I mean, I'm usually more of an instant guy, but I'll try something new.
As you approach the window, I need you to roll luck. You hear what begins as a slow tapping, which turns into a furiously paced rattling and shaking and vibrating, and all of a sudden, you hear a scraping against the floor as the bed comes sailing towards you, crashing into you. And I'm going to need you to roll 1d6.
6?
As the bed comes flying across the room, you're thrown through the window, getting struck by broken glass before you crumple to the ground, taking 8 points of damage.
8? Oh, man. Yeah, I just took some...
Have you taken a major wound, which is half or more of your health points?
I went from... health is con and size divided by 10, right?
Correct.
Yeah, so I have 2 HP left.
So I need you to strike the major wound. Check off major wound. And adjust your health point. Yeah. Now, I'm going to need somebody to race down there and help him. I'm sure you do first aid, otherwise he will fall unconscious. And if you can't get there in one round, he will have to roll Constitution. However, Bob and Big Earl, seeing this bed touched by nobody go flying across the room, you're going to need to roll Sanity.
Extreme success.
You are going to lose...
Yeah, I bet.
Bob, you're going to lose 1 point of Sanity. Big Earl?
I got a hard success. I got 22 out of 50.
You will also lose 1 point of Sanity. And for a second, Big Earl, as strong as you might be, you kind of huddle towards the ground as you are so frightened by what you have just seen. Bob, you give a little girlish squeak, like a mouse. However,
just like that,
each of you is going to need to go and try to help your friend.
I'm like half mangled. I'm on the ground outside, right? Yeah, half mangled on the ground outside in shock, like bleeding from the ear, trying to like light a cigarette, but the cigarette's broken. Like, oh God, it hurts so much.
I realize I don't know I am a cut man back in the day, so I do know a little bit about first aid if I can get to him.
Well, I think
you should be able to just fine as long as furniture flies at you.
Why don't we just do a dexterity roll to see if you get there right away?
Okay. Sounds good. Good. That is a hard success. 30, I mean.
Okay. So we can say that you get there right away.
I also made it.
Perfect. However, I will, according to the rules, I do actually have to have Matthew make a con roll to see whether he stays conscious or not.
Dun, 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 dun. Hard success.
So you do.
He's super conscious.
You're like hyper aware, like that cigarette. And as your friends come up to you, would either one of them like to roll first aid to try to restore a singular hit point to you?
Yeah.
I mean, we both better try. My first aid sucks.
Mine's not bad. I got 50, so I mean, I'll give her a go for sure. Yeah, I did good. I got a hard success, 23 out of...
Nice.
Perfect.
Good, because I got 91 out of 30.
Perfect.
So Earl puts a splint on my arm, but then Bob
I just cut
it in another spot.
Don't worry, the arm is secure. I'll put it in my backpack.
The cigar that he's smoking while he's standing there falls and burns you.
Take it.
Gotta cauterize the wound there, son. All right.
So as Alan, what's your character's name?
Trey.
Okay. So as Trey, just ever so greedily going for that 100th gem, he plucks it out, and all of a sudden the entire floor collapses, and everybody who was in there falls below. Were all of your characters in there?
Just
I didn't have
Tom
any.
for me.
I had Frank.
Okay. So Tom and Frank, and then Trey and Bomo, or did Bomo get out?
He got out. He put him back and left.
He respected the dungeon.
Don't let Tom die. He was my favorite.
Trey, Tom, and Frank fall down below, and they are going to take
1 damage.
well, actually, they'll need to make a reflex save.
Decent.
Oh crap! Critical fail. No, Tom.
14.
19.
All right. So, Jody, your character is going to take 0 damage.
Oh,
He
Frankie
luckily
graceful.
was able to, kind of, as the water sloshed below, he was kind of able to just kind of fall and float with it a little bit, absorb the impact. However, Trey is going to take 3 damage from that.
Oof.
Oh,
As soon as you started to say his damage, he only had 1 HP, so that's why I sent him in.
That's fair. That's fair. Trey is just obliterated by falling rubble, and Tom
No.
is also going to take 0 damage.
0.
Oh no, you crit failed.
I crit failed. Yeah.
Oh, I gotta re-roll that. Okay, so we're gonna have to roll you on your critical table.
Oh, he had the fancy spear too. He's the one that stole it.
So my 4th character, named Cater, is going to pick up those 3 fine suits that Trey just casually.
All right, so can you roll me a d20 for the crit table?
12.
So let's see.
Plus or minus your luck, though, as well. Right.
Oh yes.
It won't be plus anything.
Okay. I mean, this doesn't actually make a lot of sense. It says that you gained a... Oh, that's a crit. Sorry, I was looking at crits versus fumbles. I need to look at the fumble. So 12 is that as you're going down, you inadvertently swing at a random ally, which could only be Frank. So you're going to make an attack roll against him, unfortunately, using the same attack die, or using the same roll. So it's a d6, so please roll a d6.
4.
So as you're falling, you swing out and you crack Frank across the face, dealing 4 damage.
Oh, you bludgeoned his skull in. -1. Playing locally falls and makes the brain damage grunt sound.
Cantrips and Coffee, your new source for amateur reviews and coffee talk about all things tabletop, every Monday.
Disclaimer, we do not now nor ever endorse instant coffee. Heathens.